What's up everybody, MaxMonty1516 here, back again with a brand new custom spotlight video. So, this is the first of the year, and I actually made this a few months ago, and I'm just not getting around to making a video about it. But, regardless, here we have my brand new version of a Trackmaster Albert. So, Albert is a character that is super obscure in the Thomas lore, and he only appeared in one Railway Series book, actually the second to last Railway Series book in 2007, and only in one story in that. And basically he is an engine that worked with Edward on his old line before Edward left for Sodor. And there's basically nothing else about this guy. He's super obscure again, no actual merchandise. But yeah, I've always liked Albert's design, and I really wanted to make him. So I actually made one years ago, and this is the version that I made in 2020. And so this is a repainted Trackmaster 2 Ryan, which is really bad. Yeah, so, you know, this is kind of when I was first really getting into custom making, and it, you know, you can really tell. It's got a Percy chassis for some reason. It's on a Ryan body, which just does not work for the basis of this at all. And I removed the face because I used the same face on this model. But yeah, this is awful. Yeah, so I actually made this originally in 2019, and then I redid it in 2020, and then this was like serviceable for way too long in my opinion. So finally, here we have the brand new model. So I ended up making this out of a fake or a counterfeit Trackmaster whiff. Now this is a really weird model. I'll throw up a comparison photo from when I first got it. And yeah, it's strange to say the least. Whiff is a lot taller, the fake one, and he's on an Edward chassis for some reason. So he actually doesn't have rear buffers, and I had to add those on myself, which is really weird. Again, because, you know, Edward doesn't actually have buffers on his chassis because the tender would be there. But since Whiff reuses Edward's chassis, there is no back buffer beam. And also, he has a much higher running board and side rods. And also, the step ladders are gone. So, just a really weird model of Whiff. But I was looking at it at some point, and I was like, you know what? That probably fits pretty well for Albert. Because, you know, Albert is a character that a lot of people have made, and Whiff is usually the go-to donor for that. But I wanted to do something a little bit different. And also, the fake Trackmasters are really cheap on AliExpress. You can get them for like 20 bucks max. And yeah. So, I ended up getting him, and here he is. And I gotta say, I'm really happy with this. It's not the most accurate, and, you know, I feel like it's pretty under-detailed, but I didn't really want to go like super crazy on the detail. So, I'm happy with him. He's pretty simple. Starting off with the face, that's a Tomy Edward face. I really don't have many spare faces, so I just took the same one and repainted it from the original Albert that I made. And yeah, so the buffer beam's also been painted with this gold square here, and then the black around the buffers. He's also got a black running board. And then moving on to the side, he's got his FR painted, because, you know, Furnace Railway. And then this little gold emblem there, I believe it's a builder's plate that would be on his bunker. And his bunker is actually quite large as well. It goes all the way up to the top of his cab. So, a little bit inaccurate there, but I mean, that's just how they made the model, so I'm not really good at like rebuilding models from scratch, so I just left it. And yeah, so other side, basically the same thing. You got the cab window, or the cab door there. And his wheels, this was interesting. So, Albert is a 242 configuration, and I don't really know how to change the wheels around and make it like super accurate. So I took the lazy way out, and I just painted the back of the side rod red here, so it kind of blends in. And when you're looking at it, like, you know, if you squint your eyes, you can see like this silver bit here is really only on the middle two wheels, where it should be on the actual physical basis. So when it's running, especially, I mean, I feel like that gives off the illusion, at least, of the wheel configuration being accurate. So I actually had to add the front wheels here too, and these are from a Fisher-Price Trackmaster Thomas, where you have the middle wheels that can come off. And so I took those, painted them red, and stuck them on there. They're actually also taken from this old one where I stuck them on under the running board there. But now, because I don't really have spares of those, so I just ripped them off and painted them red here again. I don't even remember which paint I used for this model because it's been so long. But yeah, and so also he's got what I believe are as his safety valve there, and that's painted yellow. And then I also cut out some windows for his cab. But yeah, that's basically it for Albert. Like I said, he's got the buffers on the back there, and then he's got his back lining. And yeah, that's kind of it for Albert. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think he looks really nice. He's also a great runner. And speaking of running, I actually had to take the funnel and I had to cut it down significantly because the funnel itself is not that tall, but because this is a fake model and they are not really built to the highest quality standard, he's actually like kind of lopsided. If you can see there, the front wheels are a bit lower down than his back wheels. So Albert actually kind of sticks up when he's running. You can kind of see that. And I genuinely have no idea how to fix that. I might look into it at some point because it is kind of annoying, but also I'm not really in a rush to fix it, I guess. So I did have to change the funnel there because his funnel would actually get caught on certain destinations when I was running him on the layout. And so I really just fixed it the only way I knew how, and I cut the funnel off, and then I just took some length off of it and glued it back on. So that's about it for that. But yeah, Albert is super nice. I'm really happy to have a new, much better looking one that I can actually like proudly show off instead of this really lazy one from 5 years ago. And yeah, so I also have Helena and Victoria, his coaches, over there in the sidings because I got those last year. But yeah, overall, really happy with Albert. I hope you guys like him as well, and he may or may not eventually appear in my series, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, I will see you all later. Have a great rest of your day. This has been Max Monty 1516, signing out.